Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Dhananjay Hitrachi, Ramona J. Smith, Aaron Beverly, Manoj Vasudeva. All of these Toastmasters have two things in common. Do you know what is the answer? Bit louder.
ISC winners.
Correct, that is one. What is the another point they have in common?
They are great speakers.
They are Toastmasters. The other thing which they have in common is none of the speeches have anything in common. Every speech is very unique. Dear Toastmasters, International Speech Contest is a signature speech contest held by Toastmasters International. Every year, the International Speech Contest happens in the US. However, the speech contest season begins from the month of February, moving in all the way to May of that year. The speech contest has multiple levels. The first level is the club contest, International Speech Contest club level. Second level is the area contest, then the division, then the district. Whoever wins the district moves on to the semi-finals and finally to the finals, which is being held at US, probably in Denver, America. What do you think is the essence of a great speech?
Any answers for the speech to reach the audience properly?
Okay.
Yes.
There are a few seasoned Toastmasters here. What do you think?
Idea. Message.
Sorry?
Message and concept.
Message and
Concept.
concept of the speech, yes.
A powerful delivery.
Powerful delivery, yes.
Personal story.
Personal story, yes.
Inspiring the audience.
Inspiring the audience.
Inspiring the audience, yes. So, to keep it in a summary, if you have gone through the CC manual, CC1 to CC10, that has how to say, have a clear opening, body and conclusion, vocal variety, your body speaks, have a message. These are the few key points to be included in an international speech contest. Whatever the speech that you are trying to deliver in an international speech contest, these key points has to be there. Few more tips about international speech contest. The number one tip is relax. Whenever you are on the stage, relax, take a deep breath, gauge the audience, don't be in a rush to deliver your speech. Take your time and then start delivering your speech. Starting with opening up your speech. The second most important point is you have to go through the judges' criteria. The ballot. I have shared the ballots. I think you can share. The contestant can reuse these ballots later. The second most important key point for any person who is contesting in the international speech contest, they have to go through this judges ballot, judges guide and ballot. Please go through every judging parameters. You may feel that, oh, my speech had lot of inspiration, lot of motivation, lot of body language. However, that may not secure a winning place for you in the international speech contest. You have to go through these judging items. The judging criteria is divided into three sections, which is content, delivery, and language. Content takes 50% of the marks, delivery takes 30% of the marks, and language takes 20% of your marks. First key point is the speech development, that is opening, body, conclusion, how your speech is organized. Your speech has to have clear opening, body, and conclusion. Second point is effectiveness, achievement of purpose, interest, and reception. The audience should be able to connect with the message that you are giving in your speech. Speech value, ideas, logic, and original thought. Every speech contestant has to sign a certificate of originality saying that this speech is an original speech. I have come up with this speech. This is not taken from a YouTube video or some other inspirational author. It has to have its originality, your personal experience, personal story. Physical, the fourth key point, which comes under delivery, is your body language, appearance, and speaking area. Body language should be appropriate. You should have clear body movements with each part of your speech. Speaking area will be designated by the contest chair. Generally, it would be around 10 feet of stage area in a club level contest. When you go to area or division, you might have a bigger stage. Always listen to the contest chair's briefing on what exactly is the speaking dais, because if you move out of the speaking area, you might get disqualified from the speech contest. Next point is vocal variety, which is the voice. High pitch, low pitch, convey the emotions, convey the anger. Everything has to be modulated in your speech. This is again a key scoring point in the judges' palette. Fifth point under delivery is manner, the direct enthusiasm and assurance. As a speaker on stage, you have to invoke enthusiasm. You have to speak directly to the audience. It has to be very clear. Finally, the language, which takes up another 20 marks in your score. Appropriateness of speech purpose to the audience, and the correctness of grammar, pronunciation, and word selection. Generally, from area contest and above, most of the speakers lose out in these areas, which is the grammar, correctness, where 10 marks is allocated. Why? Because by the time every speaker comes to area or division, they will have very good body language, vocal variety, delivery, content. But what they miss out maybe is on the grammar, the pronunciation. If there is a mistake, a grammatical mistake in your speech, it can remove 2 marks, which could be detrimental in an area level contest and division level contest. Generally in club level it doesn't matter so much, but however when you are contesting from club level, keep in mind grammar, pronunciation and speech purpose should be very clear. Any questions till now? Yeah.
In every round we should have a different speech or the same speech we can give in the
I didn't understand.
so every time the speech should be different, like when we give at the club level, then we
It can be same speech or you can give different speech. But generally it is recommended that you give the same speech till whichever level that you are going. Yeah. The third key point is pay attention to audience, how they are responding. When you are going to an area contest and above, there are few audience members who might be unruly, who might laugh at you, who might be joking, and if you engage with them, then you might lose your train of thoughts. So have a presence of mind when you are in an area contest, even in a club level contest. If there are guests, for example, they may not understand what you are trying to say, or they might not know the decorum of the meeting. And if you engage with them, or if you allow yourself to get disturbed by those members, then you might lose your train of thought. So always have few people in the audience. When you come on stage, have few key focus people whom you can look upon, who will always smile at you, who will not give any kind of negative response. This is one of the secrets to every speech contestant must know.
Do we make a reference to that also?
You can. In area level and division level and above, there are such arrangements. And it is not secret. The fourth key point in a contest when you are participating is to practice. Is to practice, and practice. How well you may be prepared on a club level contest, but once you are in a different setup, a different area, or a different stage, you might always forget what is that you are trying to say. It is always better to prepare your speech at least 50 times. That is the least 50 times you have to prepare your speech. There is a joke that if someone wakes you up from your sleep, you should be able to deliver your speech that instant. That is how you have to prepare your speech for a contest. And the final and the most important point for any contestant is, just like our experienced Toastmaster Kirtan had said, is to have a message. What makes a speech contest speech and a normal club speech different is your speech contest speech should have a message, a key message for the audience. The audience should be able to take away something from your speech. Can be informational, inspiring, or motivating. Not entertaining, because that comes into a humorous speech contest. However, have information, inspiration, and motivation covered in your speech, so that the audience members can take something from your speech. Even if you don't win the contest, after the contest, there are few members who will come to you and give a feedback that the speech made some sense to me. So it is always good to have a clear message for the audience. Dear Toastmasters, these are the 6 key points to be taken into account while contesting in an international speech contest. And one more important point to note is the eligibility criteria. To be eligible for an international speech contest, the contestant must be a member in good standing in a club which is in good standing. The contestant should have completed level 1 and level 2 in the current pathways program, or the contestant must be a distinguished Toastmaster. If they are eligible in these 2 areas, they will be eligible to contest from club level to the district level. However, if an ineligibility is found in any level and say that a person has gone to the district level, but the ineligibility is found in area level or club level, they still will be disqualified from all the speeches, all the levels. So keep in mind, they have to have these two key markers or parameters to be completed to contest in an international speech contest. Wishing you all the best for your speeches, especially to participate in international speech contest. Every one of us has a story, and international speech contest is a place where you give that story to this entire world. Thank you. So we'll have another 5 minutes for Q&A session. If anyone has any specific question, they can.
Last point you mentioned.
Yeah.
So our contest is on March 11th. So if somebody has not completed level 2 by March 11th,
March 11th, yeah.
can they participate or either they will complete it before the district?
They have to have the eligibility before they take part in the contest. It can be 1 hour before also. So they say they have participated in Saturday morning, delivered their level 2, completed their level 2 on Saturday morning, they can deliver their speech. Yeah. But they have to have the completion.
So one is eligibility criteria points. 2 points is rating.
Again, yeah.
So what are the advantages of doing this?
What are the advantages of doing ISC? The number one advantage is recognition. Number two advantage is, I don't know it's advantage or disadvantage. You might not have enough time because every club will be inviting you to deliver some speech at their club, so a keynote speech at their club. But the most important point is recognition, and if you are in a domain of training or if you are an orator, winning a contest it will boost your career. But the most important point is recognition, and I would say satisfaction.
Any suggestion on developing the content of speech writing?
Any suggestion on developing?
Content of speech writing.
In my personal experience, I would say first is have a clear opening body, conclusion. Opening has to be very crisp. You have to gather the attention of your audience, especially the judges, the hidden judges. Audience does not matter in a speech contest. It is always even if the audience do not smile, do not show any emotion, it doesn't matter. All it matters is the mood of the judge on that day. You have 10 seconds to gather the attention of the judge. So have a very crisp, clear opening body. Going back to how to say it, manual. 2 or 3 points which can be easily digestible by the audience. Don't make it very complex. Keep the language very simple and have a clear conclusion where you are giving a message to the audience. What is that you are trying to say from your speech? What is the key message from your speech? And always have personal experience. Don't talk about somebody else. You can talk about somebody else, but it has to come through you. You are the first person in your speech, and you are involving few more characters. Don't have many characters again. Have few characters because having many characters adds more complexity to the speech. The audience will lose focus, especially judges will lose focus because they have to judge so many speakers. How soon you can capture the attention of the hidden judge? That is what matters. Any other questions? Yeah.
The speech content should be related to some other story, or it should be the story of someone else, or it can be only yours, or you can build up the story, or it should be someone else, like some freedom fighter or someone else.
No, it cannot be.
Only one.
Because one of the key eligibilities, it has to have originality of content. So you cannot talk about Mahatma Gandhi or any other freedom fighter, because that comes to a club level speech. Normal speech that you deliver in the club. But in a contest, it has to have originality. Originality means has to come from your own experience, and you are the first person in your speech. You cannot talk about others. You can take reference of a quote from Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa. However, you have to also give a clear citation that be the change that you want to see in this world, Mahatma Gandhi, like that. Clearly, you have to give the quote, the citation, who is the author, and then you can move on with your speech. But you cannot deliver somebody else's speech, or you cannot talk about somebody else's experience.
Who will pay the charges if going to raise that?
Sorry?
Who will pay the charges?
I will not bear it. But the district will bear that cost. Because for every contest, after the contest season, generally the district director, PQD and CGD, they travel to US along with the winner of that year's international speech contest. So I believe this year Deepak, Justin and 3 others travel to US. So every year, along with these top 3 officials, the 4th person who will be traveling to US will be international speech contest winner. So that will be taken care. The visa you have to take.
Passport also.
Passport and visa. Okay. Thank you for your time. I hope this clarifies your doubts on international speech contest. Over to Toastmaster.